Before we get started, I want to know who's watching. Tell me where you re from and what time it is when you're rehearing my stories. And if you would, please like and share. It means more to me than you know. This has to be the worst storm I've ever driven through. Rain hitting the windshield so hard it sounds like gravel. Wipers fighting for their life. And me, I'm gripping the steering wheel like it owes me money. I've been away for a while and I couldn't wait to see my family again. That meant no stopping. Not for the rain, not for the wind, not for the lightning dancing across the sky. The Rocky Mountains were calling my name loudly, and yes, I answered. Well, my name is Abaki Moon, Blackfeet, Native American, fresh out of college with a degree in criminal law, a graduate, a dreamer, someone who wants nothing more than to protect and support my people. I didn't know it at the time. But on that night, in that storm, I was about to have my first run-in with a true legend.
I pulled into Browning right at noon. The sky looked fresh after the storm, like the whole world had been rinsed clean. Clouds drifting slow, air cool and sharp. The kind of day that makes you feel like you exactly where you supposed to be. When I walked into my parents' house, I didn't even get a chance to take off my jacket before I was wrapped up by my Na, A, and Nina. Their arms, their warmth, their voices. That's the kind of welcome you can't buy, can't replace, can't forget. We sat down and talked for a while. They wanted to know everything. How school went. How I was feeling. What my plans were now that I was finally back home. So I told them. Tomorrow is my first day working for Blackfeet Law Enforcement Services. My Nina nodded, proud in that quiet way he has. My Na smiled so big it made my chest tighten. She brushed my hair back like I was still her little girl, then whispered a blessing under her breath, words older than any badge I'd ever wear. To them, I was their daughter coming home, a graduate, a protector, a woman ready to serve her people. But none of us knew, not yet, that my first week back would throw me straight into something no academy class ever prepared me for. A legend. A story older than the mountains. Something that doesn't just live in the dark, it moves in it. And it had already noticed me.
My first day back home should have been simple. Paperwork, introductions, a tour of the station, nothing dramatic. But the land had other plans. That evening, after dinner with my parents, I decided to take a short drive just to clear my head before my first shift. The sky was turning that soft purple that only happens on the res, when the sun dips behind the mountains and the whole world feels like it is holding its breath. I wasn't even a mile from home when I saw it. At first, I thought it was just a person standing near the tree line, tall, still, facing the road. I slowed down. Something felt off. The figure didn't move, didn't shift, didn't react to my headlights sweeping across them. Just stood there, watching. I rolled my window down a crack, listening. Nothing, no wind. No birds, not even the hum of insects, just silence. Then the figure stepped back, not turned, not walked, just slid backward into the shadows, like the darkness swallowed it whole. My stomach dropped. I pulled over, grabbed my flashlight, and stepped out. Because that's who I am. I don't scare easy, and I don't ignore things that don't make sense. The beam of my light cut across the grass, the trees, the fence line. Nothing. No footprints. No broken branches. No sign anyone had been there at all. But the air was wrong, heavy, charged. Like the moment before lightning strikes. And then I heard it, a soft clicking sound, almost like someone tapping two stones together, slow, rhythmic, coming from deeper in the trees. I took one step forward. The clicking stopped, and a voice, low, breathy, almost human, whispered my name. Abaki. Every hair on my arm stood up. I backed away, got in my car, and locked the doors without thinking. My heart was pounding, but my mind was sharp. Someone or something knew my name, and it was waiting in the dark. I jumped into my car so fast I barely felt the seat under me. Keys, ignition. I didn't even check the mirrors. I just sped away, tires spitting gravel as I tore down the road. My heart was still hammering against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat that refused to slow down. My phone lit up on the passenger seat, the screen glowing with a single name. Nah, my mother. I swallowed hard and answered, my hand trembling slightly as I hit the green icon. Before I could even say hello, her voice came through the speaker tight, worried, like she already knew something was terribly wrong. Abaki, Naza wants to speak with you. Naza, my grandmother's older sister, one of the oldest women in our family. A keeper of stories, a holder of traditions. A woman who didn't just call. People said she only reached out when the spirits themselves whispered in her ear. I pulled over to the side of the deserted road, the car crunching to a halt on the gravel shoulder. My hands were shaking just a little now as I put the phone on speaker and set it on the dash. There was a long silence, the kind of quiet that feels heavy, full of unspoken things. Then her voice filled the small space of my car soft, cracked with age, but with an underlying strength that made the air feel heavier, thicker. Granddaughter. You saw it, my breath caught in my throat. I hadn't told anyone, not a single word. Not even a hint to my mother about what had sent me fleeing from the old house. Nasa, what did I see? I asked, my own voice sounding small and shaky. Another silence stretched out, punctuated only by the hum of the car's engine. Then she spoke again. Something that should not be walking this close to our homes. The wind outside shifted, brushing against the car like long, cold fingers. The sound made me flinch. It knows you now, she said, her tone flat, factual. It knows your name. That is not good. A chill, sharp and icy, crawled up my spine, prickling the back of my neck. I couldn't stop myself from glancing into the rearview mirror, at the dark road stretching out behind me. It was empty. Of course it was empty. What is it? I whispered, my throat tightening. Her answer came slow, deliberate, as if she was choosing each word with the utmost care, weighing its power before letting it go. A watcher, a mimic, a hunger that wears the shape of a man. My mind flashed back to the tall, impossibly thin figure I'd seen standing just beyond the tree line, its limbs too long, its posture all wrong. The image made my stomach churn. Why me? I managed to ask. Why did it show itself to me? A soft exhale came through the phone, almost a sigh. Because you came home. Because you carry strength even if you don't always feel it. Because some things in the dark, they like to test the strong ones first. I closed my eyes, pressing my fingertips against them, trying to steady my breathing, trying to make the world stop spinning. The reality of her words was sinking in, and it was terrifying. Nasa, what do I do? What am I supposed to do now? Her voice dropped to a whisper, not a scared whisper, but a respectful one. The kind of tone you use when speaking about something ancient and powerful. Do not walk alone at night. Do not answer if you hear something calling your name from the darkness. And whatever you do. She paused, a long, heavy pause that made my heart pound. Do not look into its eyes if you see it again. The line went quiet. I thought the call was over, but then she added one last thing, a single sentence that felt like a cold stone dropping into my stomach, pulling everything down with it. It has followed others before. Not all of them came back. The call ended. And I just sat there in the dark, the engine running, my headlights cutting a lonely path through the empty road, knowing with a bone-deep certainty that whatever I saw in those trees wasn't done with me, not by a long shot. Thanks for listening. If you've ever experienced something you can't explain, let me know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe for more stories. Stay safe out there.